Hey, this is Bear with Keeper. Today I got the Lelit Mira X that I wanted to do a quick overview on. I posted the unboxing probably 6 months ago and I just haven't had time to play with this machine. So I wanted to go over some of the stuff that comes with it and some of the features that make it more unique to maybe some other machines in its price point. So right out of the box, comes with a really nice tamper. It's a very similar tamper to the one on the Bianca. It's a 58.55 millimeter tamper. The difference is it has a wooden red handle versus I think it's aluminum on the Bianca. Extremely nice, oversized, kind of has a small step, precision tamper. So straight out the box, that was a really nice feature that they gave us. Next thing is, it's a single spout portafilter, but you can see it's more narrow than the traditional double spout, so you can use it for a double or a single quite easily. I like it because when you're tamping it, it sits flat, it's easy to tamp, it's pretty much perfectly level when you tamp it down. So I feel like it's a really nicely thought out portafilter. Well, we're talking about the portafilter that comes with a double and a single basket. These are made by IMS, the precision baskets. You can kind of see it in the picture. Made by IMS. Have a single one as well. So that's pretty nice to, right out of the box, have nice portafilter, nice tamper, precision baskets. So that's a huge positive for me. Let's take a look at the machine. So something that I wasn't really aware of before I got it is the main body is a brushed stainless steel versus like this rocket right next to it's polished. So just know that like your group head and your steam wand and your water wand, they are kind of like the chrome polished look, but the main body itself is brushed. Has a really nice large drip tray. It also has this removable little cup rack, and that's nice for, especially on these bottomless. It doesn't come with the bottomless. This is my own personal one, but you have quite a bit of room as it is, so it raises it up and allows it not to splash. So something that I've seen, I think pretty much all Lelit machines come with those. Off to the side, let's zoom in a little bit. You have this dual pressure gauge. So the top half is your steam pressure and the bottom half is your pump pressure. So as you're brewing the shot and you turn on the machine, your pump pressure is going to increase. You'll want it to be about usually 9-10 bars. But it's a really nice, I think, easy to follow pressure gauge. It's not huge. You don't have multiple pressure gauges, so you're not trying to look at two dials. I think once you get everything dialed in, you're not going to use it very much, but it is a nice, clean feature. Right above it, it has the temperature and the water sensor. So before it's heated up, temperature sensor is usually blinking, and then when it runs out of the water, the water one also blinks. Down below it has kind of a unique power button. It's a push button, and it has the white ring around it, so you know when it's on and off. It's a little bit nicer looking than some of the older toggle switches. Past that, it's a pretty traditional E61 espresso machine, and it's a tank only version. Let's take a look at the tank. So it's removable by this door. This door is pretty awful, pretty thin, but the tank comes free, and it has these sliders on the top. I'm using softened water. Let's focus on this. I'm using softened water, so I didn't put the water softener in, but it actually comes with a water softener, and they are replaceable, so you'll have to buy them again and again, but every time you fill up the tank, you can slide these sliders up and down to keep track of when you need to replace that water softener. Let's take a look at the steam and hot water wands. Steam wand, not a big deal. It has plenty of room. It sits nicely off to the side. Has pretty good pressure. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but steam wand I didn't really have a problem with. The water wand, unless it's sticking out to the side, I have problems reaching. Like if you have it kind of like out in the front, they're going to cross like that. It comes from the factory tucked behind, but the only way I can tuck it behind is to pop it forward and to push it down. So that's the only way I could really get it out of the way, was to pop it and pull it out. I felt that was probably the most awkward and annoying part of this machine. The other thing that I didn't care for is there's the lack of feet. So you can tell the rocket right next to it is a little bit elevated. At first I didn't think that was a real big deal, but when I have this in my like upstairs kitchen with cabinets above it, and you're trying to pull out this tank, usually you're pulling the machine forward, and I would just grab it like on this one on the side and pull it forward slightly. This one, there's just nothing to really grab onto, so you're kind of grabbing the hot steam and water knobs, or you're trying to put your hands on the back of it and pull it forward. I just felt like it was really awkward personally, but not a big deal. This is something that I didn't really think of before I got this machine that I thought was a little bit weird. Past that, it is a PID machine. I'm gonna try to remove this. And in the front, there's a 3-way switch that I have it on my written up version. Depending on if it's on the 0, the 1, or the 2, it goes to a specific temperature range. So instead of having a display that you go up and down, you just have the toggle switch and that sets it. The other thing, I'm not going to move the camera, there's another switch right here on the side. It gets hidden by the drip tray. When it's in the up position, it puts the PID on brew priority mode. When you put it down, it puts it on steam priority mode. So to explain that a little better, when it's on brew priority mode, it's going to have the PID watching the brew temperature in the boiler. So when you do this, your steam pressure might be a little bit low, but supposedly as soon as you're done with the pulling the shot, it knows that you're done pulling the shot, and it's actually going to make your steam pressure go up. If your steam priority is the most important, you put that toggle switch down, your steam is always going to be a little bit high, which might be something that you want. It might allow you to recover quicker between shots, but you're probably going to want to do like a cooling flush before pulling a shot. So do a little bit of a cooling flush, let it drop down in temperature a little bit, and then brew your shot. So you'll have to play around with what temperature and what mode you want to run it in. But this is a pretty cool machine. It's fairly simple from the PID standpoint of setting it up. Little, not really intimidating, more confusing at first. But pull out the user manual, it tells you how to set it up pretty quick and easy. You can also check it out on my written blog. I'll post a picture or a link beneath the video, and you can go see the inside of it. I took the case off, all sorts of stuff that I've written up on this machine and kind of what I think about it. Here in a second, I'll do a quick shot. I have this Atom 60, hope it's dialed in, and we're going to pull a shot. Okay, let's pull a quick shot. I'm using my bottomless because that's what I have in here, and it's heated up. This bottomless portafilter does not come with the Mara X, but they're pretty inexpensive to buy. I'm going to weigh, make sure that we're getting pretty close to 18 grams. This Atom 60 is a little bit messy. It does make some pretty nice shots. Doesn't look like, might not have reset the timer on it. There we go. We're just a little over 18. So it's a little clumpy. It's still fairly new, so it probably needs a little bit of breaking in. I don't have a whisk or anything, but we're going to tamp it using this Lelit tamper. Whoa, got stuck in there. And let's pull a shot. So again, I'd probably recommend doing a quick cooling flush. Get the heat out. And let's see if the grind setting is close. So it looks about like where I like it. It's a little bit slow, honestly, but I bet it still tastes great. So one thing that I am used to on a lot of machines is a lot of machines have a shot timer. This one does not, so you're gonna have to try to gauge your shot time. But you can see off to the side how the steam actually went up quite a bit in preparation of you steaming like for a latte or a cappuccino. So there's our cup. Hard to show you at an angle without spilling it, but really nice. A little bit thick, a little bit of tiger stripes in there, but let's give it a quick taste. Hot. Very good though. Using these Good Brothers espresso blend, I always like to give them a plug whenever. I really enjoyed the Good Brothers beans. I really like this liquid amber as well. It's a much darker roast than what I'm used to, but it makes amazing espresso. So that's the overview of this Mara X. Pulling nice puck, a little bit of channeling in there. Didn't do much puck prep for the video, but again, extremely value packed machine. I mentioned awesome tamper came with it, awesome portafilter came with it. Kind of wish it came with a bottomless. The Bianca came with a bottomless. I really don't think it's the end of the world. The Bianca, it has all the wood furniture. This has the plastic furniture. I prefer the plastic personally, but it's not hard to find the bottomless portafilter with the plastic handle, so not to worry. I think the drawbacks of this machine, I feel the build quality suffers a little bit, especially the thin sheet metal. I think they could have used a lot better sheet metal. It's very thin. And the other thing that I found the most annoying was this water wand. I think if you have room to leave it out like this, that's probably your best bet. I do actually use the water wand quite a bit, so I didn't want to have it all tucked behind so that I never used it. I just felt like it was really awkward. The steam again, it's nice and front and center, not a big deal at all. Has the PID controls. Just a really nice, simple, very narrow, space-saving machine. So give it a shot if you're in the market. I recommend it. I've made a lot of great just straight espresso and some lattes and stuff. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching.